Companies like Builder.ai raised $1.5 billion, claiming AI could replace developers, and they're now desperately trying to undo the damage. What started as a promise of 30% productivity boosts and massive cost savings has turned into a nightmare of security vulnerabilities, quality disasters, and talent pipeline collapse that's threatening the entire tech industry. Let's start with the most spectacular failure of them all, Builder.ai. This company raised $1.5 billion by claiming their AI assistant, Natasha, could turn user inputs into applications with no coding required. They promised to shorten development cycles by 70% using artificial intelligence and large language models. Investors bought the story, clients paid premium prices, but there was just one problem: none of it was real. In 2025, an internal audit revealed the shocking truth. Builder.ai had inflated their revenue by 340%, claiming $220 million versus actual revenues of just $50 million. But here's the kicker. Each project was being assigned directly to manual development teams in India. Hundreds of human engineers were doing all the work while the company claimed AI was handling everything. It was the ultimate Wizard of Oz scandal, and it cost investors over $1 billion. By May 2025, Builder.ai announced insolvency proceedings. By June, they filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. In October, FBI officers served their former CFO with a subpoena at a Dallas airport for alleged wire fraud, securities fraud, and conspiracy. The AI revolution's poster child had become its biggest fraud. But Builder.ai wasn't alone in this AI delusion. Klarna, the $14.6 billion payment company, made headlines in February 2024 when CEO Sebastian Siemiatkowski claimed their AI could do the work of 700 customer service agents. The company had laid off around 700 employees in 2022 to make way for new technology, and Siemiatkowski proudly announced that AI had taken over 75% of customer chats within just 1 month of launch. The celebration didn't last long. By May 2025, Klarna was desperately rehiring customer support staff after their AI-driven system led to what Siemiatkowski himself called quote-unquote lower quality output. The situation got so bad that they forced software engineers and marketers into call center roles to fill the gap. The CEO later admitted, "We went too far. From a brand perspective, a company perspective, I just think it's so critical that you are clear to your customer that there will always be a human if you want." These aren't isolated incidents. They're symptoms of a much deeper problem that's threatening to undermine the entire software industry. And the research reveals exactly why this AI replacement strategy is backfiring so spectacularly. Let's talk about code quality first. A comprehensive analysis by CodeRabbit, the AI-powered code review platform, examined thousands of pull requests and found something shocking. AI-generated code contains 1.7 times more issues than human-written code. We're talking about 10.83 issues per AI-generated pull request versus 6.45 issues for human developers. Even more alarming, AI code contains 1.4 times more critical issues and 1.7 times more major issues. But here's where it gets really concerning: security. Veracode analyzed over 100 large language models across 80 coding tasks and discovered that 45% of AI-generated code contains security vulnerabilities ranked in the OWASP Top 10 framework. Think about that for a moment. Nearly half of all AI-written code is introducing known security flaws into production systems. The numbers get worse when you dig deeper. AI tools failed to defend against cross-site scripting attacks in 86% of code samples. For Java specifically, the failure rate exceeded 70%. AI-generated code was nearly twice as likely to introduce improper password handling, almost twice as likely to create insecure object references, and nearly 3 times more likely to add XSS vulnerabilities compared to human developers. Here's the really scary part. This security performance hasn't improved over time, even as the models have gotten dramatically better at generating syntactically correct code. The large language models are learning from GitHub repositories and other public code bases that are filled with outdated libraries and insecure code snippets. They operate on pattern matching rather than true understanding of security principles, so they keep replicating these flawed patterns. Microsoft provides a perfect case study. In 2025, they patched 1,139 security vulnerabilities, the second largest year by volume after 2020. Microsoft says 30% of code in certain repositories was written by AI tools like GitHub Copilot. Coincidence? Probably not. Now let's address the productivity myth. This is where the story gets really interesting, because there's a massive gap between perception and reality. A randomized controlled trial by METR, that's the AI Safety Research Organization, Model Evaluation and Threat Research, studied experienced open-source developers and made a startling discovery. When developers use AI tools, they actually take 19% longer to complete tasks than when working without AI. But here's the psychological twist. The developers thought they were working faster. When asked to estimate how much AI would speed them up, they guessed around 24%. After actually using AI, they believed they'd been working about 20% faster. In reality, they were 19% slower overall. This perception-reality gap is creating dangerous blind spots in management decisions. Why does this happen? AI accelerates code generation by about 30%, but code review capacity remains flat. This creates a review bottleneck where merge queues grow, deployment delays increase, and any productivity gains evaporate. David Locher, director of AI at CodeRabbit, put it perfectly. AI coding tools dramatically increase output, but they also introduce predictable, measurable weaknesses that organizations must actively mitigate. The developers aren't the only ones noticing problems. Stack Overflow's December 2025 survey marked the first ever decline in AI tool sentiment among developers. Favorability dropped from 70% in 2023 through 2024 down to 60%. Only 3% of 49,000 developers highly trust AI output, while 46% actively distrust it. After 2 years of steady improvements, most core large language models have reached a quality plateau and seem to be in decline. But perhaps the most devastating consequence of this AI replacement strategy is what economists are calling the junior death spiral. Because companies believed AI could handle junior-level tasks, entry-level developer hiring has plummeted. According to SignalFire research analyzing the 15 biggest tech firms, U.S. entry-level tech job postings dropped 67% between 2023 and 2024. Employment for software developers aged 22 to 25 has declined nearly 20% from its peak in late 2022. A Harvard Business School study of 285,000 firms and 62 million workers found that when companies start using generative AI, junior developer employment drops by 9 to 10% within 6 quarters, while senior employment barely changes. Over the last 3 years, the number of fresh graduates hired by big tech companies globally has declined by more than 50%. Here's why this is catastrophic for the industry's future. Software engineers progress through clearly defined stages: junior developers with 0 to 2 years of experience, mid-level with 3 to 5 years, senior with 6 to 10 years, and principal or architect roles with 10+ years. Each stage builds on experience gained in the previous stage. When you eliminate junior positions, you're not saving money, you're mortgaging your future talent pipeline. Amazon Web Services CEO Matt Garman summed up the problem perfectly when responding to suggestions about replacing entry-level developers with AI. That's like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. How's that going to work when 10 years in the future you have no one that has learned anything? 7% hiring cliff in 2024 through 2026 means 67% fewer potential leaders in 2031 through 2036. Industry veterans are calling this slow decay, an ecosystem that has stopped training its replacements. Matthew Jones, an experienced developer in finance, explained the bind. The companies say, "We don't want to hire juniors. We only want these high-end mid to seniors." But then the problem with that is in 5 to 10 years' time, there will be none of the experience at the lower end. Getting the kind of experience that you need to be able to oversee an AI will be difficult. The irony is striking. Companies are eliminating the very people who could grow into the senior roles needed to properly manage and oversee AI tools. McDonald's provides another cautionary tale. They tried an AI-driven system for their drive-thrus for 3 years before finally giving up. During those years, the system made mistakes like trying to add bacon to ice cream orders and giving one customer an order of 260 chicken McNuggets. The viral failures became a PR nightmare, and McDonald's quietly yanked the technology. Air Canada learned a similar lesson when their chatbot made up a refund policy while chatting with a customer. The company was forced to honor the fake policy and pay $880 to the client. Even something as simple as password security fails with AI. Researchers discovered they could guess the password 123456 and gain access to McDonald's AI hiring chatbot applicant data. The pattern is clear across industries. Companies are realizing that AI replacement strategies often backfire spectacularly. According to Forrester research, 55% of employers now regret laying off workers for AI. Even more telling, Forrester predicts that half of AI-attributed layoffs will be quietly rehired, though often offshore or at significantly lower salaries. The core problem is that many executives are falling for what Gartner analysts call AI washing, misleadingly branding traditional technology or manual processes as artificial intelligence. It's become the perfect corporate scapegoat, futuristic enough to sound strategic, vague enough to resist scrutiny, and exciting enough to distract from less glamorous truths like margin pressure and slowing demand. Nearly two-thirds of CEOs admit that the risk of falling behind drives them to invest in some technologies before they have a clear understanding of the value they bring to the organization. This FOMO-driven investment is creating a bubble of unrealistic expectations. The numbers support this skepticism. Just 1 in 4 AI projects delivers on the return on investment it promised, according to IBM's survey of 2,000 CEOs. An even smaller portion, only 16%, are scaled across the enterprise. Last year, 42% of enterprises scrapped most of their AI projects, and 7 out of 10 generative AI deployments missed ROI targets entirely. Meanwhile, the human element that AI supposedly replaces continues to prove irreplaceable. Toby Morgan Hitchcock, CEO of SerealDB, explains, AI cannot build new things that previously did not exist. Developers use creativity and knowledge of human preference to build solutions that are specifically designed for the end user. Bill Gates, despite being a strong AI advocate, predicted in March 2025 that coding is one of the few jobs that AI cannot replace. Even Mark Zuckerberg's bold claim that Meta platforms would have AI that can be a mid-level engineer has yet to materialize in any meaningful way. The rise of what Veracode calls vibe coding, where developers rely on AI to generate code without explicitly defining security requirements, represents a shift in how software is built, but not necessarily for the better. As Jens Wessling, CTO at Veracode, warns, the main concern with this trend is that they do not need to specify security constraints to get the code they want, effectively leaving secure coding decisions to large language models. This trend is creating massive technical debt that companies are only beginning to understand. While they celebrate short-term cost savings and faster initial development, they're accumulating security vulnerabilities, maintenance nightmares, and talent gaps that will cost far more to fix later. The companies that are thriving aren't the ones replacing humans with AI. They're the ones figuring out how humans and AI can work together effectively. They're using AI to augment human capabilities rather than replace them entirely. They're maintaining their talent pipelines while selectively applying AI to specific tasks where it adds genuine value. Smart organizations are learning from these failures. They're investing in training their developers to work effectively with AI tools rather than replacing them. They're maintaining rigorous code review processes. They're doubling down on security practices. Most importantly, they're continuing to hire and develop junior talent who will become the senior engineers of tomorrow. The AI revolution isn't going away, but the naive belief that it can simply replace human developers is crumbling under the weight of real-world evidence. Companies like Builder.ai and Klarna have learned this lesson the hard way, at a cost of billions of dollars and tremendous damage to their reputations. The future belongs to organizations that understand AI's true capabilities and limitations, that invest in human-AI collaboration rather than replacement, and that recognize that the most sophisticated algorithms still need human creativity, judgment, and oversight to create software that actually works for real people solving real problems. The developer replacement experiment has failed. The question now is how quickly companies will learn from these expensive mistakes and chart a more sustainable path forward.